Guillermo del Toro, the visionary filmmaker whose imagination has conjured worlds both wondrous and terrifying, from the labyrinthine depths of Pan's Labyrinth to the gothic splendor of Crimson Peak, stands as a staunch guardian of cinema's soul amid seismic shifts in the industry. With Netflix poised to acquire Warner Bros. In a deal that could redefine distribution, exhibition, and creative control, Del Toro issues a clarion call. Nothing can eclipse the irreplaceable magic of the theatrical experience. His words, delivered with the passion of a poet defending his muse, underscore a timeless truth about storytelling, that its power is amplified not just by the tale itself, but by the shared alchemy of light, sound, and collective breath in a darkened auditorium. The backdrop to Del Toro's defense is as dramatic as any of his scripts. Netflix's aggressive expansion has already reshaped Hollywood's landscape, funneling blockbusters straight to living rooms and laptops, where convenience reigns supreme. The prospective Warner Bros. Merger, whispered to value the studio at tens of billions, raises specters of further consolidation, where theatrical releases might become relics, sacrificed on the altar of streaming metrics. Pundits fret over dying theaters, empty seats echoing like ghosts in forgotten halls, and the erosion of that communal thrill that once defined moviegoing. Yet Del Toro, fresh off collaborating with Netflix on his ambitious reimagining of Frankenstein, refuses to mourn. Instead, he celebrates cinema's enduring essence, framing it as a parable unto itself, a fairy tale or horror story that whispers truths too profound for words alone. Speaking at a British Film Institute event, Del Toro weaves his philosophy with the deftness of a storyteller spinning yarn. Make no mistake, fairy tales and horror stories are parables, he begins, his voice resonant with conviction. These genres, staples of his oeuvre, aren't mere escapism. They're vessels for the unspeakable, mirrors reflecting our deepest fears and desires. He likens their potency to a song where melody and lyrics defy logic yet pierce the heart, a perfect analogy for cinema's enigmatic allure. In Del Toro's hands, films transcend plot. They become sensory symphonies, evoking the uncanny valley of emotion where joy and terror entwine. His Frankenstein, slated for Netflix but envisioned with theatrical grandeur in mind, exemplifies this. A tale of creation and monstrosity that demands immersion, not interruption. Del Toro's ode to the big screen is both poetic and pragmatic. That's the power of cinema, he proclaims. And I think the beauty of seeing it here is you have a big screen showing big ideas. Envision it, rows of velvet seats in a grand old theater, the air thick with anticipation as colossal images unfurl, shadows dancing across a canvas vast enough to swallow you whole. It's a scale that streaming can't replicate. No tablet or television, however sharp, can evoke the awe of a frame filling your peripheral vision, pulling you into the narrative's vortex. To illustrate, Del Toro drops a staggering fact. For people that see them on their phone, it takes 38,000 of those little things to form a screen. The math is a mic drop, highlighting the absurdity of reducing epic visions to pixels in your palm. It's a reminder that cinema was born in communal spaces. Think the Nickelodeons of yore or the drive-ins of mid-century America, where strangers became temporary kin, united in gasps and applause. He extends the invitation personally. There's no substitute. I'm very happy that you're here. Of course, you can see it at home and the food will be perhaps better, but you will have this experience collectively, all of you. This communal aspect is Del Toro's North Star. Home viewing offers comfort, pausing for snacks, rewinding mishaps, but it atomizes the art, turning a symphony into solitaire. In a theater, laughter ripples like wildfire, tension builds in synchronized silence, and tears fall in waves of shared catharsis. Del Toro recalls his own epiphanies in such settings, sneaking into matinees as a boy in Guadalajara, where King Kong ignited his love for the monstrous sublime. These memories fuel his advocacy, positioning theaters as sacred sites where cinema's social fabric is woven anew with each screening. Layered into this is Del Toro's broader manifesto against the dehumanizing tide of technology, particularly as AI encroaches on filmmaking's hallowed ground. Netflix's deal amplifies these concerns, promising efficiencies that could sideline human artisans in favor of algorithms. But Del Toro pushes back with fervor, extolling the tactile poetry of craft. We wove the fabric, he declares of Frankenstein's production. The fabric on the main characters is not bought in a store. We made it, we wove it, we printed it, we aged it, we tinted it. The embroidery in the veils is done by hand. Every veil is embroidered by hand. These details aren't flourishes, they're the film's heartbeat, infusing each frame with the sweat and soul of its creators. Imagine the looms humming in a workshop, threads dyed in vats of midnight blue to evoke Victor Frankenstein's tormented psyche, or needles piercing silk under lamplight to craft veils that flutter like specters. This handmade ethos, rooted in Del Toro's love for practical effects over CGI shortcuts, ensures authenticity, a feeling that you're seeing something thematically and artistically done by a group of people. His career is a testament to this philosophy. From the biomechanical wonders of Hellboy to the stop-motion tenderness of Pinocchio, Del Toro champions the artisanal over the automated. The Shape of Water, his Oscar-winning fairy tale of interspecies love, brimmed with hand-built sets. A retro Baltimore teeming with period-accurate clutter, every tile grouted by crew hands. Even in Netflix collaborations he insists on theatrical viability, arguing that streaming should complement, not cannibalize, cinemas. The Warner Brothers acquisition, he implies, must honor this balance. Otherwise it risks diluting the very content that draws subscribers. Del Toro envisions a hybrid future. Blockbusters commanding multiplexes, indies finding homes in art houses, and platforms like Netflix serving as amplifiers rather than monopolies.